Hola,
Hola,
bonjour,
bonjour,
and hello.
hello. Trilingual now.
That's right.
So here we are in Alicante. We did a day's traveling yesterday
By train.
by train, 3 trains.
Very nice. Very nice. Apart from the Spanish one, which, even though we paid for the premier seating and everything, you were looked after. The staff were very good, nice bits of food, things like that.
We'd chosen seats, there were airline seats because they're the
Yes.
only ones left. But when we got on the train, we were actually on one of those tables for four.
So you
We
were
were
sitting
sitting opposite
opposite
people, so couldn't stretch your legs
strangers,
out.
yes. And he kept standing on my toes.
But then you ended up drinking with him in the bar.
I
so
did, yeah.
Yes, you made the best of it.
Yes.
But anyway, apart from that, it's fine. So we got here. It was nearly 10 o'clock last night, so we didn't go out. But we've come out today. We're out early for a change. Normally we don't get out at lunchtime. So we're heading down towards the sort of
I'll
coastal
just point
area.
out I was awake at 8 o'clock and doing things. And Elaine was, I'll have to open my eyes. I'll open my eyes soon. I think she opened them at 10 o'clock. No, 9 o'clock.
No.
9
It
o'clock.
was 1 o'clock in the morning before we went to bed because Andrew was faffing on the laptop. Anyway, we're in the middle of Alicante and it's got lovely palm trees. I love the palm trees when you see
We'll
them
show you them
around.
in a minute.
So we'll do a little pan around with that. But we're heading down to the coastal area. So when we get there, we'll see what that's all about.
The other thing to mention is when you got these premium tickets in Spain for the trains, we got a discount,
Oh, yes.
over 60 discount
Yes.
with our, what do you call the card?
It's called Tarata Dorada, which is golden card, but we're calling it the golden ticket.
Golden
like
ticket.
Willy
Because
Wonka.
we've got a golden ticket. Yes, and so you get 25 to 40% discount. Massive discount, massive chunks off the cost of the train. Unbelievable prices. 5 hours on the train cost
109 euros, and it had been 190 before we put the card details in. So it is worth having the card, and it only costs 6 euros for a year.
And the other thing to mention was you also get, when you get those lounges at the airport, like beer lounges and things like that, you get the Renf lounge, which wasn't as good as those.
No.
However, it was lovely and comfortable, quiet. There was sort of sandwiches, nuts,
little snacks,
drinks, all just free.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Oh, and it's been raining in Spain. Every day it's been raining heavy. But when we've got here, the sun's come out.
Today, but yesterday it was absolutely chucking down when we got off the train. So when we got to the hotel, it was soaking.
It was
persistently raining.
Yeah.
But today it's lovely. So I'll do a pan around.
We'll do that. We'll show you the trees, but we'll also show you the bins, which you can you see them on the shoulder there? The bins there. Yeah. The bins over there. In France, they've got, where we live, they've got this thing about bins, and you can't put rubbish. They've taken all the public bins away because people are putting rubbish in them, and they're making it really difficult to get rid of house rubbish. Here, what they do is just put big bins, put all your stuff in, no fly tipping, no bother, no issues, get in.
So Andrew's going to bring all our rubbish from France back.
I should have brought it on the train, like a couple of sacks, like Santa, of rubbish.
Well, you look like Santa with your white beard. Right, I'm gonna pan round before you croak.
Right.
So
you do your panning.
I'll do my panning.
Yeah.
There, look at those lovely palm trees, and up here. Not so many palm trees up there. I know that wasn't the best panning, but my arm's hurt now. So
well, I'm going to cough. So
right.
See you later. we're back again. We had a wonderful time in Alicante. Really enjoyed it. Beautiful hotel, nice food, little bit of drink, just a little bit, wasn't it? And really enjoyed it. So we're currently at the airport. We had to get a bus into the airport, which was crowded. The bus was absolutely full. You had to stand all the way with your case sliding backwards.
Well, you did. I got to
Learn aggressive. I'm all right, Jack. So we're now waiting for the hire car people to come and pick us up. Coys, I think it is. Which was
McCoys or Coys?
Coys. We'll probably put that somewhere down there or something. But yeah, they're coming to pick us up. So we've got a hire car for 2 days to explore a bit more. And Elaine's organised people to see, places to go.
Yes, so we shall see what the next 2 days brings. But so far, Alicante is definitely up there on the list.
And it's been warm. It was raining.
It was raining when we got here.
And I've got a bit of sun. I've got the tan line.
Typical Brit. All he needs now is a hanky on his head.
And some Watney's Red Barrel.
We've just seen a load of stag people getting off. Obviously, they're just getting off a plane. We're guessing they're heading to Benidorm. So we'll look out for them when we go there in 3 days' time. But yes, Alicante is fabulous. If we lived within striking distance of that, you know, if that was your major town,
great
absolutely fabulous. Had everything.
Lively.
Where else can you get a big city with shops, bars, restaurants, but then you walk down and you're at the seaside with the harbour and everything else.
The views over the orange groves from our apartment were absolutely stunning, as you can see. The apartment, fabulous, massive living room area. This is part of the Hotel La Laguna in Quesada. They have the hotel, but they also rent out these apartments, which are 2 bed, 2 bath. The bargain price, €177 for the 2 nights. And as you can see, absolutely fabulous. Everything was pristine, lots of storage, plenty of room, bathrooms clean, just what you want in an apartment. We couldn't fault it whatsoever. Everything in the kitchen, all equipped, everything you could wish for.
So I just wanted to point out that I don't know how many times Elaine has said to me about the arches. The arches. You've got to go under the arches. Have you seen the arches? These are the arches on YouTube. Look, I've got a video now. The arches are on the YouTube. And she's always saying, we'll have to go. You'll be going under the arches soon when we get there.
Yes, but I bet you can't remember what they're called.
I can't remember what you call it. It's in Spain.
Yes. Have you got any idea?
Yes, Torrevieja or something like that.
Yes, well, the proper name is Ciudad Quesada.
Quesada, that's
it.
And
these are the arches in question.
That's the arches. The arches. Look at the arches. So we're just in Quesada.
Ciudad Quesada.
Yes, exactly. And I think there's more Brits than Spanish here. But it is quite a very friendly place. We've only had 1 drink. But we've had a fabulous meal.
Place looks dead now, but it's nearly 10 o'clock and it is a Thursday night in March. But apparently in the summer it's absolutely rammed. The restaurant was lovely.
Yes, you enjoyed it?
Yes, I did. The restaurant was lovely and we hopefully made a good contact.
Yes, we have.
With Rahel. He's leaving in 2 days' time, so he had to sneakily give us his card. He gave us because he's starting a painting decorating, is it?
Decorating, yes, a painting and decorating. Honestly, people think we've had loads. We've only had 1 drink.
I know. He's starting a painting and decorating business. So we'll definitely get in touch with him because he's a wealth of information with regards to areas not to go to, areas to go to, etc., etc. So it was worth coming out because we've got some info that hopefully will come in very useful.
Yes.
So now we're heading back to our lovely apartment to make use of it.
Yes,
because it's so fab. we wish we were staying longer, but we're going to go back there now anyway and have some chocolate as a dessert because we didn't get a dessert in the restaurant.
Yes.
Because Andrew's too mean to pay for it.
I'm not paying for anything like that. And
so
this is the restaurant we were talking
yes,
about.
or Veraz. I
Veraz.
said Veraz.
Yeah. Well, it's after all the drinks you've had. Yes, that's it there. What a fabulous, would 100% recommend it. The food was fabulous. The staff were amazing. The ambience of the place.
Ambience, the decor.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous inside.
Lovely.
It's just a shame. The streets look absolutely dead.
They do now, but it's been really busy.
Town.
Yeah, but it's been really busy.
Yeah.
Really friendly, really busy.
But all in all, a great first night to our second location in Spain. So far, so good.
Yes, lovely. Bye.
So today we've spent quite a long time at Casas España, which is here behind. Helen and Andy, who have that estate agency, and they also have a YouTube channel, which we will link somewhere here or here, wherever Andrew decides to put it. Well worth having a look at both their estate agents for houses. They sell houses, and also the YouTube channel that they have, they do all sorts. It's not just all about houses. In fact, they hardly mention that. They go places, they do blogs on areas, this, that, and the other. So well worth looking at. But they very kindly gave us some great information today. Also got a tour around the area.
Yeah, it was very kind. Give us lots of time, tons and tons of advice. Go on, around. Yeah. So we've seen around the area, seen what sort of properties you can get around here.
Yeah. So La Siesta and El Chaparral were the names. They're in the Torrevieja region, but if you listen to our English-speaking sat-nav, it's Torrevieja. Yeah. So it's just as well we know how to pronounce them. But yes, we just wanted to give a big shout out to Helen and Andy for being so kind today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now we're off to the Denia Boulevard shopping complex, bars, restaurants, shops, etc. And it's open quite late, so we're going to see what that's all about.
Yeah, well, I'm just going where I'm told.
So that's it for today. Hasta luego.
Bye. We took our rental car back to Alicante airport, and we found a bus that brought us directly to Benidorm. So we're in Benidorm now.
If it wasn't for the wind, it would be really nice, but there's still loads of people around. Just see if we can do a bit of a shot.
See the choppy waves there. Oh, she's going to hit us in the face now with the camera, right?
Yeah, that wasn't the best. But so anyway, this is chapter 3, our third location.
But I must say, I was very pleasantly surprised. I think by the sounds of it and by the looks of it, it's just different areas. But we'll see.
It is. And we're in the old town, which is the nicer part.
But quite excited.
Yeah. So
looking forward to it. Good.
We're going to go and try and find our first drink now. So, as they say in Spain, hasta luego.
See you later, pet.
So, Andrew, this is your first ever time to Benidorm. You've heard about it, you love the series, and you've had an impression in your mind. People are saying, oh, it's this, that, and the other. What are your first day impressions?
Fabulous. Absolutely love Benidorm. Can't believe the value for money. It's a lot cleaner, a lot nicer, a lot friendlier than I'd imagine. We've been for quite a homely meal at a little cafe, and then we've come to this fabulous rooftop bar for cocktails that were far less expensive than I actually thought they would be. But I got told off for crashing a private party over there. that was all right. He was very nice. Tell me to get lost. But no, really fabulous. Really enjoyed it. And so, how are you enjoying it?
I love it. I haven't been to Benidorm since the 80s, so obviously it's a long time ago. We still haven't been to the new town, which is the more rowdy part, and that's where I used to go many times in the 80s. But we're currently in the old town, and this rooftop bar is just absolutely fabulous. And the prices, can't believe the prices. I thought they would be ridiculous, but they're so reasonable. And I will definitely come back here again.
For those of you who remember or watched, you sad people who watched Benidorm, why do I? The shadow looks like I've got a strange beard. Look,
It does.
Barney Rubble. Hello. Those of you sad enough, old enough to have remembered the Benidorm series, which was the
Solano Hotel.
But, so this is the salon. What was used in the film behind us there.
And then what about this round
And then I'll do the other bit of separate clip.
All right.
So there you are. That's what it used to look like. But now, if I can show you
You could go over there.
all that, you'll see. We're now in Denia, and this is the little train we've come on. It takes about an hour and a half, and then it turns around and goes back to Benidorm. So we'll be back on that later on. Denia. How do you pronounce it?
Denia?
Denia. Like 15 denier stockings.
Yes, but not spelled the same.
All right.
That's Denier.
Oh, Denier.
It's D-E with a little hyphen, not hyphen, what you call them?
Squiggle.
Squiggle at the top. N-I-E. Denia.
Yeah, so
what's
we're
your
here.
opinion?
We had high expectations because a few people had said how nice it was. The harbour and along the seafront is beautiful with all these palm trees, and we'll probably add a little bit of a video in somewhere of those. There's mountains over there in the background. Very nice. But when you go inland to the town centre, yes, there's a main street, tree-lined main street. However, it is Sunday, so things aren't open. But for me, it just didn't. I can't explain why. My own preference. There are other places that are nicer, that we've been to. Nicer, cleaner, better maintained than what I've seen here. And there's a lot of graffiti in the town part. And here, even on the front, which is quite common in Spain, but it just seems more so here, and it's a shame because it spoils such a beautiful place. That's my opinion.
Right.
And Elaine's is?
And my opinion, in a nutshell, is I like it. It has some very nice, pretty areas. As Andrew said, down here with palm trees, the marina, the yachts, then the mountains in the background over there. I think, me personally, I built it up to be more than what it is, just because of what everybody has said about it. That's not Denia's fault that I built it up too high. I think it would be completely different in the summer when everything's open, or even on a weekday, to be fair, because it is Sunday. Okay, so now it's heading back on the tram to Benidorm. But let's make our way back to the tram and set off.
Or possibly a drink first.
Oh yes, we'll have a drink first, just because you have to. So would you like to say goodbye, Pet?
Goodbye, Pet.
Hasta luego. So we are now in
Valencia.
Valencia. Just arrived about an hour and a half ago. after travelling from Benidorm on the bus, an hour and a half.
Yeah, nice journey.
Yeah, nice journey.
Slept
So
half of it.
yes, as soon as Andrew's on the bus, he goes to sleep.
Nice.
And it's not good if you've been out on a night out drinking because you just looks like an old drunk.
But I look like that all the time.
So we're only here for one night because this is really just a short stop to break up the journey that would have been direct from Benidorm to Barcelona because it's quite a distance. Well, we've never been before, so it's nice to see the city. I mean, it's big,
absolutely
isn't it?
massive.
Absolutely huge.
We've walked for about half an hour, and I think we're in the centre now. I'm not sure.
Part of the centre.
Right.
So, I mean, will we do a pan after this?
Yes, we will do, because there's a transformer over there,
Yes.
so we need to get him on. And Helen's arms aching, just supporting.
You can't see, but I'm holding up my arm here with this.
Because the phone's so heavy.
So yes, this is our second to last night in Spain. Absolutely loved Benidorm Old Town, didn't we?
Mm.
If we could live not far from that, despite what people think of Benidorm, the Old Town, we may have said it before, but it's just another world.
27 degrees here at the moment.
Yes.
And you can feel the moisture coming from the fountain here.
Yes.
And it's nice and
It
cooling.
is lovely.
27 degrees in March.
In
Not
March.
bad.
And it's actually slightly better here than the Benidorm weather, but I think it was because
The wind.
there was a bit of a constant wind. I mean,
We've always got a problem with constant wind. Seems to be the bane of our lives. Constant wind.
from us, it's hasta luego.
And see you later, pet.
Before we leave Valencia, we have to tell you that we found Jesus here. All this time he was underground in Valencia. Would you believe it?
Welcome to Barcelona.
Yes.
Barcelona.
Another day, another city. And
another packet of mints. Look at these.
These are a limited edition after eights with mojito.
And that's what we've come to Barcelona for.
Cost a bloody fortune, €4.49 for that. But we thought we may as well. We're here. We'll get the limited edition. They don't really taste.
Yes, you did.
They don't taste as nice as normal, do they?
No.
No. So I wouldn't recommend them. So we're on the Ramblers here. This is our last stop in France.
In France. Last stop in France.
It's a last stop.
Barcelona, France. Barcelona, central France. Yes.
The last stop in Spain before we head to France and back home tomorrow.
For our geography lesson.
So we're absolutely knackered.
We are. It's just like trains, bus.
What's that film? Planes
and
and automobiles. Apart from the planes, we haven't really done the planes. So
we've done the mints.
We've done the mints. We're heading up the Ramblers at the minute, which is here, and you can see it's busy.
And they're doing lots of road work.
Yeah, lots of building going on. But we're heading up here. We're heading to the Hard Rock Cafe, which we went to in November when we were over here. We're not real YouTubers.
We're not real people.
Not real YouTubers. We just
But we do
can't be
mints.
bothered. Hasta luego.
And au revoir, pet.